Imagine waking up in Athens, expecting the golden glow of the Parthenon, the city bathed in its usual warm Mediterranean light. But instead, you open your window to find the Acropolis blanketed in snow, a sight so rare it feels almost impossible. The city is transformed, silent, surreal, and almost unrecognizable, as if Athens has been transported to another world overnight. Children, many seeing snow for the very first time in their lives, fill the streets with laughter and excitement, building snowmen where scooters and cars usually race by. Yet, beneath the wonder and joy, Athens is unprepared for this sudden change. Pipes freeze and burst, ancient olive trees sag dangerously under the unfamiliar weight, and daily life grinds to a halt as the city struggles to cope. This rare event is more than just a curiosity. It's a powerful sign that even the sunniest, most temperate places are vulnerable to dramatic weather shifts. The snow in Athens isn't simply a fluke. It's the result of complex atmospheric changes happening far to the north, rippling down to the Mediterranean. A disturbance in the Arctic has sent a blast of icy air southward, turning the Mediterranean's familiar warmth into a wintry spectacle that few could have predicted. It's a vivid reminder that our climate systems are deeply connected, and that changes in one part of the world can have surprising effects elsewhere. What happens in the Arctic doesn't stay in the Arctic. Its influence can reach as far as the ancient streets of Athens. A single snowfall in Athens opens up a much larger story about our planet's shifting weather and reminds us that no place is immune to the forces of a changing climate. How does Arctic air, so distant and frigid, manage to reach all the way down to the Mediterranean, a region usually known for its warmth and sunshine? The answer lies in the jet stream, a powerful, fast-moving river of wind high above us in the atmosphere, shaping our weather in ways we often don't see. Normally, the jet stream acts like a barrier, keeping cold polar air locked in the north. But sometimes, it weakens and starts to meander, forming deep, dramatic loops that can reach far to the south. When a trough dips over Europe, it opens a direct pathway for frigid Arctic air to surge southward, sometimes in a matter of days, changing the weather dramatically. High-pressure systems can anchor themselves in place, forcing the jet stream to buckle even more and holding the gate open for cold air to pour south for days or even weeks at a time. As the Arctic air travels south, it may pick up some moisture from the land and sea, but its icy core remains intact, chilling everything in its path. When this cold finally arrives in the Mediterranean, the result is a true shock, a blast of winter utterly alien to these sun-drenched coasts, sometimes leaving palm trees dusted in snow. This is the grand ballet of jet streams and pressure systems, a complex and beautiful dance that delivers the North Pole's chill to the southern shores of Europe. The Mediterranean's rare freeze is a direct result of this atmospheric dance, a reminder of how interconnected our planet's weather truly is. To understand these cold snaps, look to the polar vortex, a swirling mass of frigid air high above the Arctic. When stable, it keeps the cold locked up north. But when disturbed, it wobbles, weakens, or even splits. This instability sends waves through the atmosphere, distorting the jet stream below. Deep troughs form, plunging cold air far south, sometimes all the way to the Mediterranean. These disruptions, often triggered by sudden stratospheric warming, unleash the most extreme cold spells. The result? Arctic air floods south, while the Arctic itself can experience unusual warmth. It's a dramatic exchange. The polar vortex loses its grip, and the Mediterranean pays the price. These events flip expectations, bringing snow and ice to places built for sun. The polar vortex's wobble is the hidden force behind the Mediterranean's most shocking winters. When the gatekeeper falters, the cold invades. In Valencia's citrus groves, a single night of frost can destroy an entire year's harvest. Farmers fight back with smoke, paraffin candles, and giant wind machines, anything to keep the air just above freezing. Some even spray water, encasing fruit in ice to protect it from colder air. Despite these efforts, a severe cold snap can overwhelm all defenses, turning juicy oranges into ruined pulp. The economic impact is immediate, prices spike, and livelihoods hang in the balance. These cold shocks reveal the fragility of Mediterranean agriculture. A region built on sun and warmth is always one Arctic blast away from disaster. For farmers, every winter is a gamble with nature. The Mediterranean's bounty is never guaranteed. Snow in Athens isn't new. History is full of Mediterranean cold snaps. The Romans saw the Tiber freeze. Venice's canals once turned to ice. The Little Ice Age brought frequent, severe winters, reshaping life and trade. Even in the 20th century, brutal cold waves left lasting memories. Snow in Rome, frozen rivers in Italy, and ice in the Adriatic. These stories remind us, the Mediterranean has always faced winter's surprises. Scientists study old records and tree rings to understand these cycles. Are today's cold snaps part of a natural rhythm, or are they changing with the climate? History gives us a baseline to measure our strange warming world. Sometimes, Arctic air plunges so far south that even the Sahara gets a dusting of snow. The Atlas Mountains often see winter snow, but on rare occasions, the desert dunes themselves turn white. Photos of camels standing in snow go viral, capturing the surreal collision of extremes. The same jet stream troughs that freeze Athens can funnel cold, moist air over North Africa. When this air rises over the Atlas, it snows, even in the desert. The spectacle is fleeting. The sun quickly melts the snow, but the memory lingers. A snowy Sahara is the ultimate symbol of how far-reaching these cold shocks can be. It's a vivid reminder of our planet's interconnected weather. While people can seek shelter, Mediterranean wildlife faces the cold head-on. Birds struggle as insects vanish and water freezes. Small birds risk starvation in just a few days. Migratory species, expecting mild winters, are caught off guard by Arctic blasts. Iconic plants, olive trees, citrus, bougainvillea, aren't built for deep freezes. Young plants often die, and even mature trees suffer. The region's flora lacks the adaptations of northern species, making them vulnerable to sudden cold. Aquatic life isn't spared. Rapid temperature drops can trigger mass die-offs in shallow waters. These cold shocks test the limits of an ecosystem tuned for warmth. A single freeze can reshape the landscape, favoring the resilient and wiping out the fragile. The Mediterranean's natural balance is more delicate than it seems. Each cold snap is a brutal reminder of nature's vulnerability. For people, a Mediterranean cold shock is chaos and wonder rolled into one. Cities grind to a halt, roads close, power grids strain, and homes built for heat become icy. Yet, the rare sight of snow brings communities together. Neighbors check on each other, strangers help push cars, and children revel in snowball fights among ancient ruins. The disruption is real, but so is the sense of awe. Snow transforms the familiar, breaking routines and sparking joy. In these moments, the Mediterranean's warmth isn't just in the weather, it's in the people. Even as the cold bites, community spirit shines. It seems odd. Cold snaps in a warming world. When you picture climate change, you probably imagine relentless heat, not snow blanketing palm trees or icy winds sweeping through sun-soaked cities. But climate change is full of paradoxes, and sometimes the unexpected becomes reality. The Arctic is warming faster than anywhere else on Earth, losing ice at an alarming rate. This rapid warming weakens the jet stream, making it more likely to wobble and send frigid air southward. Some scientists believe a warmer Arctic makes the polar vortex more unstable, allowing it to spill cold air into regions unaccustomed to such chills. This increases the risk of Mediterranean freezes, turning familiar landscapes into winter wonderlands overnight. Global warming doesn't just mean more heat, it means a world of greater unpredictability. We now face more extremes, scorching summers that test our endurance, and shocking winters that catch us off guard. These rare cold events expose vulnerabilities in agriculture, infrastructure, and delicate ecosystems, threatening livelihoods and food supplies. A single freeze can devastate crops, disrupt daily routines, and leave communities scrambling to recover. It's a stark reminder not to be complacent in the face of a changing climate. The sight of snow on the Acropolis, a symbol of ancient civilization, is both beautiful and unsettling. Snow in the Sahara is a message from our climate system. Everything is connected, and no place is immune. Changes in the Arctic ripple across continents, reshaping weather patterns far away and altering lives in unexpected ways. We must adapt to a world where the unexpected is the new normal and resilience is essential. The Mediterranean cold shock is a lesson in our planet's complexity, a wake-up call for us all. It highlights our need to understand, anticipate, and prepare for a future shaped by both heat and cold, and everything in between.